welcome to Wachoraji show. My name is Danko Arts. My guest is ArtbySiralie, all the way from Mountain View along Wayakiwe. Karibu sana Siralie.
Thank you, Danko. Thank you for coming.
So tell me about yourself.
I'm Siralie Wamboy, my official name, also known as ArtbySiralie. So I do painting full time. I'm an artist, and this is a sample of my work. And apart from that, I also have a company where I design prints for t-shirts, hoodies, sweatpants, and sweatshirts. And yeah.
Okay, so which medium do you use in your art?
I use acrylics. I use acrylics, and apart from acrylics and brushes, it really depends on the piece I'm creating. And sometimes I can just use what's next to me, a ruler, SIM card, and yeah, that's what I use.
Okay, and which technique?
Abstract. I would call this abstract art. Abstract, and then I'm also trying to experiment spontaneous realism, and yeah, it's just a lot of experimenting, I would say.
Other than painting, which other kind of art do you do? Work?
Apart from painting, also, to me this is art because I still create prints. So apart from that, I also design such prints for t-shirts. Such prints.
You can say even the price.
Yes, and the t-shirts only go for 1,000 bob. And then we also have hoodies.
This goes for?
And this one goes for 2,800 only. We have sweatpants as well that goes for 2,000 and sweatshirts to 5.
Plus printing plus kila kitu.
Yes. Yeah, I do everything for you, and we also customize. A client can share what they like, and we can get it printed, designed and printed on the apparels.
So let's start with t-shirt. You charge how much?
1,000 bob only.
Wood?
Hoodie 2,800.
Okay, and what about capes?
At the moment, I'm not doing capes, but yeah, maybe I'll introduce them at some point.
This one is fine.
Yeah.
You can see even the logo, kila kitu.
Yeah, it's a clothing brand. It's called Positive Corner on Instagram. Check it out.
So ina take how long? So tuseme client akiuliza ina take for how long to kila kitu iko complete?
48 hours only.
48 hours. Oh, so una charge kila kitu ama mtu anakuja na logo yake?
You just explain to me chenye unataka. Kama uko na logo yako ni sawa, we do branding pia. Kama uko na idea pia ni sawa. And if not, I can share with you what's already designed, and then you can get it printed.
So what about mtu akitaka picha yake? Unajua kuna watu wanapenda kuna sura yake hapo.
Hiyo pia inawezekana.
Brush unaipata wapi?
I get my brushes at Sarit Center and also from Nairobi at Supply, the one that is along Thika Road. Yeah, different places, and sometimes from hardwares. Do you know hardwares sell brushes? They sell zile moja sometimes. Yeah.
What about paint? Your paint unatumia ni gani?
I use acrylics. So these are the paints I use. Acrylics. I'm in love with acrylics. I love the fact that they dry so fast when you're painting. So when you're painting and you want to, let's say, keep going on the same thing, so you won't take long waiting for it to dry. That's why I love acrylics.
Oh, like this one?
Yeah.
Acrylic.
Yeah, I use acrylic on all my paintings, and a tube goes for, these are 200 millimeter tube, and it goes for, let's say, for 35 to 500, depending on where you're buying really.
So ni tuseme Scope na textbook center ni the same price?
Textbook center. Textbook center it's 440. Scope I can't remember. Kitambo niko huko. Textbook center iko na textbook center so ni karibu.
So hiyo wanaongeza maji ama hii ni ya mafuta? Ndio kuna za mafuta na kuna ya maji.
Acrylics, if I want to thin it kidogo, I just add water. I don't use turpentine.
So kukauka ni siku moja?
Kukauka ni haraka. You see, with acrylics, if I paint something like this, pepeta kidogo my blow dry, shall dry and keep going.
Kuna yenye inakauka siku moja, kuna yenye inaweza take, ama inategemea the artwork ni kubwa ama the size of the art?
Honestly, my experience so far with acrylic paints is that it dries on the same day. Najua oil takes a couple of times, but acrylics the same day. So
hii art ulifunzwa ama ni self-taught?
Art, I went to University of YouTube, both art and the designing of prints. Everything I do really, I taught myself on YouTube.
Umefanya art for how long?
At the moment, I'm close to 2. I'll be 2 months old in June. in early July, 2 months old. So not 2 months old, 2 years old. I think 2 years old. Yes, I'll be 2 years old soon.
So commission ulipata, ulianza commission kufanya when?
Honestly, when I started doing art, I had just left employment, so I started doing everything at the same time. I started doing art and selling. Like I started teaching. It's like I've been learning everything on the job, I would say. So I started teaching myself and selling at the same time, t-shirts, and getting commission at the same time when I was learning. So yeah, when I started doing everything. I was open to selling, and I think that's the good thing. You know, people should be open to trying new things. So some people don't feel comfortable selling their new artworks. Yeah, so me, I was selling them, and I was getting a commission at the same time.
So unaweza tueleza about your art journey when ulianza from primary, high school mpaka sai mali huko?
Yeah. So art has been something that has just been in me, and it has just nakumbuka nikiwa class 4, 9 years hapo. Ni ile, you know, you see a classmate anachora, anakuonyesha, and from there I just really started to always go into my own world and just drawing behind the books. As a teacher anafundisha, washa zone out, you know, just drawing. And I did the same thing in high school as well. And I remember, you know, how hard our schools, the education system has been changed, but you know, back then how our curriculum was, and boarding school was crazy, especially for high school. So me, I remember art was really there for me. I used to just go into my world and paint.
So I painted art and design kwa high school? No,
we didn't have, tulikuwa na home science na computer. We didn't have art. So I was just teaching myself. I painted everywhere, on shoes, locker, pahali. Yeah, and then after that, I went to college, did business, because my parent was not in a position to afford to take me to an art school. Then after that, I found myself in employment after that. Then now I decided to just go ahead and teach myself and now dive into this world.
So na campus ulimaliza when?
2016.
2016.
Yeah, I went to Mount Kenya University in Mombasa. I did business management and majored in sales and marketing.
Then you graduate 2017.
Okay.
2018 there.
Same to nearly drop out. Okay, I didn't graduate, but according to me, I had all the theory I needed and the papers from school that, you know, the only thing that was remaining was graduation. I just didn't go because I didn't think it was important. I still don't think it's important, but that's just my opinion.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, that's just my opinion, yeah. But ninge graduate 2016 tech.
So art, venye ulimaliza ulikuwa unafanya venye ulikuwa high school campo ulikuwa unafanya art pia?
Now nikiwa campo, I think what happened to my life, the fact that singeweza pursue art, because ni kitu I really wanted in high school. I think nilipotea kidogo na dunia. You know, I was doing a lot of partying, and that is what I used to care about, job and partying, and so nikilisahau about art kabisa. But now after quitting, I decided to go back to my talent.
So na celeb gani umechora so far?
So far ni celeb nimechora, naweza sema ni Honorable Joho. I'm a governor at course, but I'm representing 001. So yeah, he was my first client, and he was actually my first client. He bought the first pieces I did, and he can motivate. Nikaona haya, hii ni kitu naweza fanya, hii ni kitu naweza acha job na niendelee kusukuma.
Tena inalipa rent kila kitu.
Inalipa at this time, art is paying my bills, but unajua ukianza kuna ile pia unafaa kuwa patient. Vitu tutazipika hapa mara moja. You be patient, then pole pole zinapika. But yes, you will get to a point where art will pay your bills and it will do what you want for you. Patience too na consistency.
So naweza niambia about art inspiration. Nini imekuinspire ndio ufanye this kind of
now, when it comes to my work, I draw inspiration from different things. Sometimes I draw inspiration from nature, from our day-to-day activities. Maybe I'll see something outside and I'm like, or I also draw inspiration from other creatives. Let's say photographers, and I see a photograph even on Pinterest and want to paint it. Like this one, I just saw a picture of Pinterest, and I really like the light. You know, the light and the shadow aspect that was on that photo. And I just had to paint it. Yeah. So this is inspo from a photo, and this is just abstract art. You know, when you just dive in with plain canvas and paints.
So, kwa hii Kenya nando wamekumotivate kufanya art?
Hii Kenya ni mtu naweza sema amenimotivate kufanya art ni Chela. No Chela.
IG anajiita
Chela. Chela. Yeah, Chela really motivates me, by the way. For the fact that she's a lady, and two, the fact that she has really pushed na kamefanya this thing for a long time. So yeah, but come out and naitemu pia.
Anafanya painting?
Yeah, painting, murals.
What about in Africa?
In Africa, I would say Nelson Makamo, the guy in South Africa. Yeah, Nelson has really pushed himself. He had Oprah visiting him in his house, so such things are really inspiring and motivating.
What about the world? Mtu mmoja?
In the world, there's an artist on YouTube called 1000. I don't know if you know him. Yeah, so he does murals in different countries, and yeah, he's really inspiring.
So challenge gani umeface kwa art industry?
With art industry, I'll say first, being a lady, I don't know why, but when you tell somebody I'm an artist, I did this, unajua mtu anakuquestion, wewe, you know, I don't know why, but kuna hiyo doubt people always have, and it's really irritating. And apart from that, the other challenges I would say is opportunities to showcase our work. I like the fact that the art scene in Kenya is growing, and it's growing. Yes, we are patient, but we need more opportunities to showcase our work. And yeah, until then, at the moment, we'll keep using internet as much as we can.
So kuna umesha paint alafu kuna mtu akakataa. Kuna mtu ameorder some painting alafu kafika akakataa. Pata hiyo challenge.
I know commissions are crazy, but at the end of the day, I think my first commission, the client was not that satisfied, and I could feel it, and it was really bad. That was my first, but it was my first commission, so I didn't expect everything to go 100%.
Hakuna mwenye umempelekea painting alafu akasema, kumbe hii ni msichana anachora. Hojai alafu wanaanza criticize.
People always say like, okay, artist msichana Nairobi, okay, how is it? They're interested, the fact that there's an artist actually here pushing through and trying to make ends meet. So they're interested to knowing how you manage, but at the same time, the critique side is always there kidogo.
So future plans zako sasa kwa hii art?
My future plans is, there's a series I'm working on. It's called Queen Finding Herself. It's a series of 10 pieces. Right now I'm on piece number 7, and I'm planning on doing a solo show, a solo exhibition once I'm done. Yeah, and I feel like it's something that will grow me, and it will introduce me to, it will expand my network.
Unataka kufungua exhibition yenye ni wewe peke yako alafu?
Si kufungua, but I'm planning to just see if I can even do it at different studios. Let's say, for example, Mkuru Arts Club, see if I can get the place and do the show, and welcome other artists at levels, many people.
Like at Kyoko Gallery.
Yeah. So it's just something that I'm planning to do this year, and apart from that, I'm looking forward to exporting more pieces out of the continent.
So unataka pia kuuza some painting? Uko na shop somewhere alafu na unauza some paints? I look forward to that too. Paints and brushes. I've never thought about that. What about classes?
Classes, yes. I started doing painting sessions. It was something new. It was an idea I was introduced to, and I loved it. And painting sessions are nice. They introduce you to other people, you expand your network, and you leave people with a smile on their face. So I'm doing painting sessions, and I even have one coming on 13th March at Westlands, Tomoka Coffee Westlands, Ananas Center. Yeah, so come paint and have a good experience.
So kama mtu akitaka kufunza paint, una charge ngapi? So kuna mtu anaweza kutaka mtoto wake kuja kufunza paint.
Kama mtu anataka art, easy sessions I do for 2 hours. And the 2 hours it depends, yeah. Unajua kuna ile package ya you as the client, you introduce all the art supplies, tuseme paintings nini. Hizo ni I only charge you 1.5. But if I'm coming with everything mimi mwenyewe, I'll charge you 2.5.
2.5.
Per person. Yeah, for the 2 hours.
What about lesson? For 2 hours.
Lesson paintings. It can be a painting session, or it can also be a lesson where the client on the other side is learning.
So unaweza to encouragement ya other artists?
Encouragement naweza sema you know what can be crazy at some point. You know, there are those days you feel like kila kitu imesimama, nothing is moving, but at the end of the day, if you love what you do, then I believe it will always work out. I believe things will always find a way to just go with the flow. Keep loving what you're doing, consistency, and let's use social media as much as we can, because that's the only thing we have right now, you know. Like for example, I got an opportunity to export. I've exported two of my pieces to States, and to me that's good news, you know. And the fact that I got these opportunities through Instagram and Facebook is something, you know, fascinating to me. So as much as we can use the social media platform to showcase our work, then consistency too, keep sharing your work and keep painting as well.
So unaweza encourage aje wasichana wenye wameanza art? Unajua kuna wengine wamechora then wanaanza ku give up, unaweza ambia aje sasa?
Especially as a lady, unajua ukianza art there is a lot of self doubt. You know, you're doubting yourself. Kitu nitaweza kweli? Na you're also doubting what you are doing. First, mimi naweza sema kuwa patient na yourself, because you won't know everything too easy. Kuwa patient na yourself, allow yourself to learn, and if you believe in it, if you believe in yourself, because I believe ukishajiamini hakuna mtu anaweza kuja kukwambia ABCD, you know. Ukishajiamini, amini chenye unafanya and believe in the process of growth as well.
Unapata kuna wenye wana give up haraka. Unaambiwa na mtu ati hii hata ilipi.
Niliambiwa hivyo pia.
Yaani
mwanzo niliambiwa. Nilikuwa cost. Nakumbuka nikiambiwa, umeanza kuchora utakuwa unauza wapi pieces zako na usikae nazo kwa nyumba, you know. Unaweza uza kwa shop fulani hapo inauzwa tu 1500. And at the end of the don't listen to people. Listen to what you want. Listen to your dreams, what you want. You're the only one who knows what you want in the future. You're the only one who knows the worth of your dreams. So, be sure pia you're praising your piece as well. And sikize watu. Watu mwanzo, people will come and tell you, unauza how much hii sasa? Kai, kuna mwenye atanunua. So you've met such people. Kuna mwenye atanunua kweli.
Ama kuna mwingine anakuambia iko so high. Iko so low.
People can tell you stuff, and if you're not really strong, like if you're not mentally stable, you can fall for this stuff.
Kuna mtu anakuambia tuna hiyo price yako iko chini sana. Kuna mtu anacharge even 100,000. Mtu anakuwa discouraged by the way.
Mimi siwezi kuwa discouraged kuniambia. Usiniambie vile hata wewe unaweza ongeza bei. But all nakwambia ni pesa nyingi au ndio demoralize. Na ukosekanange anyway you take your pieces, there will always be somebody to critique you, and it has to happen, so it's just upon us to ignore them.
So unaweza tuambia social media platform zako?
Social media unaweza nipata kama @ArtbySiralie. Hata mimi niko na YouTube channel by the way, and I just got back to my YouTube channel. I'm starting to post again. Come and subscribe @ArtbySiralie, and Twitter, Instagram, all social media ni @ArtbySiralie too. And then for you to know it's the right one, you'll see this logo on the profile picture. I'll follow back.
Okay, the copyright. Kuna mtu maybe anaitwa Siralie pia mahali. YouTube unaonyeshana painting zako pia?
Now YouTube, nilianza YouTube nikiwa coast bado. I started talking about the art. It was me talking about my journey, when I quit job, the whole thing. And then nika stop kidogo, but now I've gone back sharing more of my work, painting. Kuna pia painting videos and just especially for a lady who is starting to paint, I think they'll go and learn a lot from a couple of things from those videos.
By the way, mtu anaweza learn. Inaweza saidia mtu mwingine ana learn from
I learn from YouTube by the
so YouTube unajiita ArtbySiralie ama Siralie hivyo?
ArtbySiralie.
Every platform hivyo hivyo. Sawa, asante kwa kuja kwa show.
Thank you. And msisahau kuja 13th for the painting sessions, and follow Positive Corner on Instagram for my merchandise, and see how you can support.
Okay, don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel, Danko Art.